Look, we need to have a real conversation about what's happening to the guardrails of our democracy. If you've ever felt like the term weaponization of government was just a catchy slogan for cable news, this transcript is the cold, hard reality of what it looks like when those theories hit the Senate floor. It's 2026, and the political atmosphere in D.C. has moved beyond mere disagreement into a state of total institutional paralysis. What we're looking at here is a high-stakes standoff between Senator Adam Schiff and a Department of Justice official, Mr. McDonald. The setting is a hearing focused on the Weaponization Working Group, a body commissioned by the President and the Attorney General. Schiff, who we know has spent years in the trenches of the Intelligence and Judiciary Committees, isn't just asking questions, he's trying to pin down a shadow. The energy in this room is electric. Schiff is using a classic yes or no interrogation technique, designed to strip away the bureaucratic insulation that officials often hide behind. He asks a foundational question. Were you part of the DOJ's Weaponization Working Group? And McDonald's response? It's a masterclass in the DC pivot. He refuses to say yes. He refuses to say no. He keeps pointing to his previous testimony, like a man reading from a script that he's afraid to deviate from. Now, before we get into the truly chilling part, the moment where the chairman of the committee actually refuses to help get an answer, I have to stop you. If you want to keep receiving these deep dive political analyses that cut through the noise of the 2026 news cycle, you need to hit that subscribe button right now. We are dedicated to bringing you the daily news and professional reports that explain how these hearings actually impact your rights and your government. If you haven't done so yet, please hit subscribe and join us.
Mr. McDonald, were you part of the DOJ's Weaponization Working Group?
Senator, as referenced earlier in some questioning during the hearing today, the Weaponization Working Group, as commissioned by the President.
A simple yes or no would do. Were you part of the Weaponization Working Group?
Senator, as I referenced earlier in questions before the panel, the Weaponization Working Group, as commissioned by the President and then the Attorney General,
I still haven't gotten an answer. Were you involved with the Weaponization Working Group, yes or no? It's a simple question. You were either involved with it or you weren't.
Senator, as referenced earlier.
Yes or no, Mr. McDonald?
Senator, as I referenced earlier.
I'm not interested in what you referenced earlier. I'm asking you a simple question right now, not earlier, but right now. Were you part of the Weaponization Working Group at Justice, yes or no?
Senator, as I referenced earlier,
okay, you're not going to answer the question. You're not going to answer the question.
Was rightly
I don't know
identified.
why you won't answer a simple question, but let me ask you a different question. Do you believe that members of the Weaponization Working Group need to abide by the Justice Department manual? Yes or no?
Senator, as a career federal prosecutor,
asking you a simple question,
I am very well familiar with the U.S. Department of Justice Manual.
I'm glad you are. Do you feel the manual applies to people in the Weaponization Working Group? Do they have to abide by it? Yes or no?
Senator, as you know,
why is that a difficult question for you to answer? Do you believe that members of the Weaponization Work Group have to abide by ethical practices?
Senator, all Department of Justice employees,
so is
every day.
Is that a yes?
Every day.
I'm asking a very specific question. Not about all department employees, but about employees in the Weaponization Working Group. Do they have to abide by the Justice Department manual, yes or no?
Senator, all Department of Justice employees.
So that's a yes?
Operate within the provisions of the Justice Manual.
Mr. McDonald, is that a yes?
Senator, I would refer you to the answer that I just gave.
Or is the Weaponization Working Group something different? Are you suggesting that it's different, that it doesn't have to abide by the ethics manual, that it doesn't have to abide by ethics at all? Why are you refusing to answer a simple question?
As the exchange progresses, Schiff shifts his strategy. He stops asking if McDonald was in the group and starts asking if the group is above the law. He asks if members of this working group have to abide by the Justice Department manual, the Bible of ethical conduct for federal prosecutors. McDonald's refusal to give a straight yes to that is frankly terrifying from a legal standpoint. It suggests a philosophy where certain groups operate in a gray zone outside of standard ethical oversight. Schiff's voice gets tighter, more urgent. He moves to the heavy hitters, grand jury material and grand jury secrecy. In the world of law, mishandling grand jury material is a fast track to a felony. Yet every time Schiff asks if McDonald witnessed these violations, McDonald hides behind phrases like illuminating facts and working diligently. It's not just obfuscation, as Schiff calls it, it's a defensive crouch. Then comes the moment that defines the current state of our Senate. Schiff looks to Chairman Grassley for help, a standard move when a witness is being non-responsive. Grassley's response is bone-chillingly brief. "I will not assist you." That one sentence is a reference to the total breakdown of committee norms. Historically, the chair is supposed to ensure the committee gets the information it needs, regardless of party. By refusing to compel an answer, the chair effectively gives the witness a license to stay silent. It's a signal that the majority is more interested in protecting the working group than in transparency. If you look at McDonald's body language through the text, he is essentially stonewalling. He even tries to flip the script at the end, mentioning the Biden administration as a way to refocus the blame. But Schiff's closing argument is what we need to focus on.
Senator, I'm not refusing to answer your question.
Well, do the members of the working group have to abide by the Justice Department manual?
Senator, as I referenced in my previous answer, all Department of Justice
I'm not interested in your
employees-
previous answers. You can't answer a simple question, or you won't, which leads me to suspect you believe they don't have to apply, they don't have to live up to the standards of the Justice Manual. So let me ask you a different question. In your time working with this group, did you ever observe any of the other members of the Weaponization Working Group violate the Justice Department manual, yes or no?
Senator, the Weaponization Working Group has been working to illuminate
I'm
the
not
facts.
interested in a filibuster of an answer. Did you observe members of the working group, or did you yourself violate the Justice Department manual?
Senator, as referenced
You're refusing
in
to answer
prior
that
answers,
question. So let me ask you another
Weaponization
question.
Working Group has been working.
Did you witness members of the Weaponization Working Group mishandle grand jury material?
Senator,
Did that
as
come
I
to your
referenced
attention?
earlier,
I'm not interested
the
in what you referenced
Weaponization
earlier.
Working Group has been working to understand
Mr.
the
McDonald,
facts and events underlying
Mr. Chairman,
significant
Mr. Chairman,
weaponization of the government
Mr. Chairman,
during the Biden administration.
Mr. Chairman, I'm asking for a simple question. I would ask your help in getting a direct answer. I've asked the witness whether he believes members of the Weaponization Working Group at the Justice Department need to abide by the Justice Department's own Justice Manual. Would you assist me in getting an answer to that question?
No, I will not assist you.
Okay. Well, you have the chairman's support in not answering the question, so let me try another question. Or let me see if I can get clarity again. Did you ever witness any of the members of the working group violate rules regarding grand jury secrecy? Yes or no?
Senator, as I referenced in my prior testimony, the Weaponization Working Group
won't
is
answer that
working
question.
diligently to understand the historic abuses and weaponization of the Department of Justice in the Biden administration.
Mr. McDonald, did you ever witness anyone in the Weaponization Working Group violate the law? Yes or no?
Senator, I would refer you to my prior answer.
Your prior answer was to obfuscate, and it's become very clear you're unwilling to answer very simple questions, because it's very clear what that weaponization group is all about, and that is using the awesome powers of the Department of Justice to go after the president's enemies. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
The suspicion that this group is using the awesome powers of the DOJ to pursue a political agenda rather than justice. We've seen this play out before, from the Church Committee in the 70s to the various special counsel investigations of the 2020s. But in 2026, the stakes feel different. If a career prosecutor won't say that he has to follow the ethics manual, we aren't just talking about a weaponized government, we're talking about an untethered one. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button. We're going to be looking into who else was on this Weaponization Working Group and whether the grand jury secrecy violations Schiff alluded to are part of a larger ongoing investigation. You won't get this level of detail anywhere else. Hit subscribe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next report.